Hi, all. So I wanted to address a topic that I hear a lot from, all kinds of people, but it really does come from parents, and it's what can I do? So this is outside of the scope of work. This is how do I teach my kids to be anti-racist. So I hear a lot, I'm just teaching my kids to be good people, which is an admirable goal, and we're all trying to do that as parents, regardless of whether we're black, white, Asian, Native American. I would hope that we are all trying to teach our kids to be good people. But what do we actively need to do to teach our kids to be anti racist and accept people for all different stripes? And one of the things primarily is just take a real good look at the environment you're raising them in. And that'll give you a pretty good idea of, the steps and how far you should go in terms of really putting an effort in with your kids in terms of just teaching them to be anti-racist. So I'll just use myself for example. I grew up in a community that was 91% white. Probably all of my classes, I was the only black person and usually the only person of color. And so, if you live in a community where it's virtually homogeneous, you're going to have to definitely put in more work with your kids and with your school boards and all of that. So here are three tips that I would say that would be helpful. One, no matter the age, whether your kids are preschool age or they're high school, you got to start now. And that starts with books. So, what types of books are you reading to your kids? If they're in preschool, do any of the storybooks you're reading have any black leads or people of color? And then as they grow up and go into different grades, what do the book club lists look like? What are your kids reading in English class? Um, I I remember not reading very many books that weren't from white authors and didn't have and weren't about white people. So that's a good place to kind of ask your teachers and look at the curriculum. Two, the other place to really check in is think about how it's, Black history, Asian history, Latino history is incorporated into the whole curriculum of your school. They shouldn't just be celebrating Latino folks on Latino History Month. Same things Black history or women's history. It really should be incorporated into the curriculum with everything. So once again, in your English classes, are you reading a cross section of authors, female authors, Latino authors, Black authors? And then lastly, attend the school board meetings and ask the hard questions. Don't put it on Black parents or parents of color to ask if anti-bias training is happening, what the statistics are across, different racial groups. Be an ally, stand up, and you ask the hard questions, because if you really want your kids to be advocates in the future for people of color, you've got to be the role model. All right, thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.